Today, we're diving into a system that's designed to completely transform the youth lacrosse experience, taking the frustration that so many players and coaches feel and turning it into something, well, a lot more rewarding.
So to really get this, we first need to understand the two sides of the same coin. You've got the struggles of the young player, and then you have the struggles of their volunteer coach. They seem like totally different problems, but as you're about to see, they are deeply, deeply connected.
First up, the player. You know the one. They feel completely invisible out on the field. It feels like nobody wants to pass them the ball. And let's be honest, playing any sport that you feel bad at is just miserable. It's no fun. And that's exactly when that passion starts to fade, and kids start talking about quitting the team altogether.
And then you've got the coach. They're passionate, right? They're often volunteers, giving up 30, maybe more, hours a week. But that time has to come from somewhere, and 9 times out of 10, it's coming from their family. This quote just says it all. They're sacrificing precious time with their own kids to try and piece together practice plans from all over the internet, all for the love of the game.
And here is the absolute core of the issue. You've got the player working hard, you've got the coach working hard, but they're not working together. Their efforts are completely disconnected. And this is precisely why all those good intentions so often just lead to frustration and total burnout.
And look, it is not for a lack of trying. Both the players and the coaches have tried to fix this problem, but because their solutions aren't connected into a single system, they usually just end up backfiring.
So for a player, what does this look like? Well, it might be parents nagging them to practice more, which just creates resentment. Or maybe even worse, the player just suffers in silence. They're too afraid to speak up about what they're struggling with, which means they never get the specific targeted help they actually need to get better. And for the coaches, oh man, the struggle is just as real. They're losing hours falling down YouTube rabbit holes, just desperately searching for the perfect drill. Or they're just copying some other coach's plan and hoping, just hoping, it magically addresses their own team's specific weaknesses. It's a huge waste of time with zero guarantee it's going to work.
So this whole disconnected approach, it just creates a vicious cycle. The coach is stressed out, the player isn't having any fun, and all of that hard work, it just doesn't translate into confidence or success out there on the field.
Okay, so how do you fix this? The answer isn't just a better drill or a new management app. It's about a completely new approach. It's about creating an integrated system where the coach's efforts and insights directly fuel the player's actual development.
And this leads us to the fundamental question that sits right at the heart of this entire solution. What if you could build a direct bridge, a seamless connection, between what a coach sees during a game and what a player actually does at home to improve?
And this is exactly where the POWLAX app comes in. See, it's not designed as just a bunch of separate tools thrown together. You have to think of it as one cohesive ecosystem, where every single piece is built to communicate with all the others. The whole system is built on these 3 core pillars. You've got Team HQ for all the management stuff, the practice planner for coaches, and the Skills Academy for players. These things directly attack that disconnected struggle we were just talking about, but the real magic is in how they all work together. Now this is where it gets really cool. This integrated system creates an incredibly powerful positive feedback loop for the player. This is how that kid who wanted to quit becomes the player that everyone on the team is excited to see at practice.
So check this out. It's a simple loop, but it is unbelievably powerful. A coach sees a player struggling to catch the ball on the run. Now, instead of just yelling from the sideline, the coach opens the app and assigns a very specific workout from the Skills Academy. The player gets a notification, they do the drills, and they build that exact skill. So at the next practice, they make the catch. Teammates notice, the coach looks at them with confidence, and all of a sudden, they're getting the ball. That is how you build real, lasting confidence.
And here's just a brilliant little piece of motivation baked right in. This system actually uses gamification to reward the exact behavior the coach wants to see. When a player completes a workout that was recommended by their coach, they earn double the points. It creates this really powerful incentive to work on the specific skills that the team needs most. And all of this directly fuels a player's ultimate dream. I mean, it's not just about winning games. It's about seeing their own hard work pay off in a real, tangible way. This loop boosts their confidence, it earns them respect from their teammates, and, most importantly, it reignites their love for the game.
Okay, so let's switch gears and focus on the coach for a second, because this integrated system creates an equally powerful loop for them. It transforms their whole experience from being completely overwhelmed to being highly optimized.
I mean, just look at this. The before and after is so dramatic. The before is that late-night stress, the cobbled-together notes, the uncertainty. The after transforms practice planning into this quick, confident, and super effective process. We're talking professional plans built in minutes, not hours.
And get a load of these efficiency gains. It's massive. What used to be a manual 3-day process just to get a new team set up is now almost completely automated. A coach can buy a plan, set up their team, and get all the players invited in about 3 minutes. This isn't just an improvement, it's a fundamental change in how a season gets started.
You know, the strategy here is actually really smart. You could call it a Trojan horse. Coaches are drawn in by the practice planner because it solves their most immediate, most frustrating problem. But once they're inside and using it, they discover the power of the entire integrated system, from team management all the way to individual player development. This really unique position in the market comes from 3 key advantages: a deep, proprietary knowledge of the game itself, a truly integrated platform where everything works together, and the ability to scale efficiently. This is the foundation that makes those powerful confidence and time-saving loops even possible.
And this leaves us with a final, really powerful thought. By finally connecting the dots between coaching, practice, and individual player development, we can fundamentally redefine what it takes to succeed in lacrosse. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, the price of winning doesn't have to be a coach's family time or a kid's passion for the sport they're supposed to love.